Welcome, everybody, to another awesome episode of Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. I'm with my best friend, my wife, my co-host, Desiree. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm great.
It is wonderful. It is springtime, and we are here again to talk even more about all the beer and wine and spirits you can find on the Pocono Beverage Trail. So without further ado, let's say hello to our sponsor, PoconoMountains.com. A beer trail, a wine trail, and a spirits trail are all included in the Pocono Beverage Trail. You can discover unique cocktails made with fresh ingredients and decades of experience at one-of-a-kind breweries, distilleries, and wineries. Sit down in a spacious tasting room in the beautiful Poconos to enjoy a freshly poured, locally made beverage, or get a bottle of wine, whiskey, or growler filled with your favorite beer to go. Now, with the help of the mobile passport, you can quickly check in on your phone and get points at each new stop along the Pocono Beverage Trail. Check into at least 6 and get a free embroidered trucker's hat for your journey. Look at that, trucker's hat. Yeah. If we have an overabundance of them, maybe we'll give some out at the end of the season. Who knows? Yeah. So you doing good?
I'm doing good.
You excited? We got some wine for you today.
I am excited.
We got 2 beers from the Here and Now Brewing Company. We have a Saison and we have a Stout. I heard really good things about this place. So we're going to try them out later in the show. But first, I'm going to talk about a disaster, a beer disaster.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it's in the Booze News. Yep, top story in the Booze News today. The champagne of beers has been destroyed. 2,352 cans of Miller High Life were confiscated by Belgian customs while en route to Germany, according to the trade association Committee Champagne. Due to Miller's claim to be the champagne of beers, Miller High Life violated the name and trademark of the Champagne area of Europe. I know. You're giggling. So I think they take this copyright infringement pretty seriously over there in Europe.
Apparently.
I mean, it could be worse. They could be destroying, like, really good beer.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm sure Miller cares that we don't like Miller High Life. In the past, I have enjoyed Miller High Life.
Haven't we all?
Yeah. Miller Joe and Draft was usually the go-to, though, for me in the early days, I have to say. And even though now, like, when I try, I don't really like it that much. Once in a while, I'll have to go back. It's almost like an old acquaintance, we'll say. I was going to say an old girlfriend, but can't say that anymore because I'm married.
Bitter. Overrated.
Overrated, tastes like dishwater. Guys, if you like what we're doing here, Facebook.com/Wine, Hops, and Road Stops is our Facebook page. We have a lot of stuff to get through in this show, so we're going to move right along from the Booze News to a viewer question we got. The viewer question, and we answered this actually a long time ago, one of the first seasons of the show, but since you weren't on the show, not many people watched.
Oh.
Right? That's what I'm going to say. So we're going to answer it again. A viewer question came in. What causes beer to skunk? You know, sometimes, you take a sip of a beer that's been sitting out, too long, and it's just, ugh. Well, there's a scientific reason behind that. It's all really because of light. Let me explain. The term skunking in beer refers to a chemical reaction that occurs when beer is exposed to light, especially UV light. This reaction happens when the isoalpha acids that are derived from hops in beer are exposed to UV light, and this causes the beer to develop a strong, unpleasant smell that is often described as skunky. That's why many beers are sold in brown glass bottles or cans. This helps protect the beer from light. It's worth noting that skunked beer doesn't actually mean the beer's unsafe to drink, though. It just is not going to taste very good. Also, rapid and frequent changes in temperature can negatively affect the quality and taste of beer, too. So, we here at Wine, Hops, and Road Stops say it's best to store your beer at a consistent temperature and avoid exposing it to extreme fluctuations in temperature or sunlight. So there you go. I know you were interested too when we posed this question, but yeah, so it's good to answer that, right?
Yes. And we love viewer questions.
We do. So send them in. Before we go to break, I want to send a shout out to 2 of our friends, Mary Jo and Anthony. I was talking to them over the weekend. They're from New Jersey, but we see them kind of regularly, and they've never seen this show. they do have a home up here in the Poconos, and they spend a lot of their weekends here. And I was talking to them over the weekend, and can you believe that? They've never seen the show.
I'm shocked.
I know. I know we've been posting it on Facebook and stuff. They follow me, so that must have something to do with the Facebook algorithm that they're just like not getting what we post. So there's a shout out to Mary Jo and Anthony, wonderful people. Part of the New Jersey Hat Pack, like we call them, the band I play in, Ostrich Hat, on the weekend. They usually come out to see us when we're playing in the Poconos. So they're part of the New Jersey Hat Pack. I just want to give a shout out to them because I was talking to them over the weekend. And so when we post this episode, I'll tag Mary Jo or Anthony or both in them, and so they can see the show. And the cool thing is, if you're just getting into the show, you have so many shows to watch. I mean, you got 10 seasons worth of shows. Some shows have 6 seasons in them, or 6 episodes in them. Some shows have 12 episodes in them. You could go to winehopsandroadstops.com or our YouTube page, subscribe to that, and you can check out all the shows from beginning to right now. Yeah, and you've been on for half the seasons, almost now. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way, my dear.
Oh.
All right, when we come back, we're going to drink some beer, and we're going to talk about some great places to go on the Pocono Beverage Trail. Don't go away. There's more Wine Hops and Road Stops when we come back. Back to Wine Hops and Road Stop shuttle location deep within the compound in Latimer with my lovely wife, best friend, co-host. That's a really nice shirt you got on.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. We gotta get more of them. We gotta get more of them. Start selling them or giving them away as swag.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about beer. We got 2 beers in front of us from the Here and Now Brewery. So let's talk a little bit about them first, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here and Now Brewing. Located 645 Main Street in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. World-class beer and food for the people of Honesdale and whomever happens to be coming through. Local, seasonal, and whimsical drives everything they do. Now, I've heard great things about their place. I've heard great things about their pizza. Their pizza looks fantastic. I've also heard really good things about their beer. So we're going to try their beer right now. We have 2 beers in front of us. This one's a Saison, and this one is a stout, Slab Castle Stout. So I know.
What the heck is a Saison?
I know. I knew you were going to ask me that. And a lot of people at home probably don't know what a Saison actually is. So, hey, we're here to educate and to have fun. So let's educate, right?
Okay, educate me because I don't know either.
Well, a Saison, my dear, is a style of beer that originated in the French-speaking region of Wallonia in Belgium. Historically, Saison was brewed in farmhouses during the winter months and served to farm workers during the summer months. Now, Saison beers are typically categorized by their dry and highly carbonated nature. They often have a fruity and spicy aroma and flavor with a slightly sour or acidic finish. So, that's a Saison, pretty much, basically. So and this is the one too, right here. This is called White Light, White Heat. It is a 6.8 Saison by Here and Now Brewery. So, are you ready to drink it?
I'm ready, but I have a question.
Ma.
It's from Belgium, so are you allowed to drink that? Are they allowed to have that there because they invented it, or are we dumping that out?
No, we're not going to dump this out. We're not violating any copyrights here.
Okay.
We're not calling it a champagne of beers.
Okay.
You got to be careful because they'll come after you. Those Belgians, they'll come after you.
They're not playing around.
Nope. All right, there we go. Oh, nice. All right, that's for you. And this one will be for me. Here we go. So, what do we think we're going to get when we get this here? I was told it has some kind of grapefruit nose or some kind of fruit nose to it, which it does. It is pretty carbonated. You can see the bubbles going crazy there. It is wet hopped, and it features Comet and Columbus hops. So, let's try it out. Yeah. Ooh. That tastes like a true Saison because you're getting a lot of that kind of wheat kind of finish to it, but there's a bite to it too. This beer is hopped a lot more than I expected a Saison to be, which is really nice. A really nice change from that. I really don't gravitate to Saisons because there's usually not a lot of hop character to it. You are just pounding that beer down. You're loving
really
it, aren't you?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bitter, but there's a lot of hop. There's enough hop flavor to satisfy the hop heads like me.
Yeah, I like that one.
Definitely a really good beer for the summer months, I'd say. It's pretty light. Nice carbonation to it. It's refreshing.
Yes, it is.
That's how I'll say. It's very refreshing. Now let's move on to, I know your favorite style is stout. So this is Slab Castle Stout, and it has a dark chocolate and coffee notes to it, I was told. It is 6.4 ABV, and the finish on it is supposed to be like cherry and a little bit of like stone fruit. So let's try this one out.
All right then.
So I'm pretty excited to try this one because of the cherry finish to it. Excited about that. I want to see how that kind of complements the chocolate and coffee. Okay. It's a nice nose to it. I'm not getting too much. It's not like overbearing or anything. So let's give it a shot. Okay. There's a nice balance of chocolate and coffee there, and there's just a little bit of cherry at the end, which is nice. Yeah, I could get used to this one. But what do you think?
Yeah.
You like it? Okay. Yeah. 2 for 2 today.
Yeah. Yeah, Des approved.
Let's go take a quick break. We'll come right back because it's almost time for wine. So I got to tell you about Tolino Vineyards in Stroudsburg. We'll be right back with more wine, hops, and road stops. Welcome back to Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. It is time for wine. Some people say we don't do enough wine on the show, so we're going to change that today. We're doing some wine from Tolino Vineyards. Before we get into that, though, I have to say, a little disclaimer, we are not wine connoisseurs. And a lot of people aren't, but a lot of people just like to drink wine. But sometimes they're afraid to go to a winery because they don't know anything about wine. But don't worry about that. Anybody at any of these places we talk about, they're very, very well versed in either wine, beer, spirits, whatever they're selling. So don't worry if you're just an amateur or you don't know everything that there is to know about wine. It doesn't matter because, come on, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, right?
That's right.
But we're going to give you some basic wine terms for beginners, and we are beginners still. So, everyone knows, watching the show, what ABV means. It's the alcohol by volume, or the alcohol content of the wine. And wine is going to be higher than most beers. Like this wine in front of us is 11%. The acidity, that's the mouth-watering sensation you experience after taking a sip of wine. Acidity is naturally found in grape pulp and varies based on the variety and climate. Balance is a consideration of flavor intensity, concentration of the wine, length of the finish. It all goes into balance, my dear. Blend, a blend means it's made of more than one grape variety. And finally, body, that's the weight of the wine or how it feels in your mouth. The body is affected by tannins, alcohol, and sugars. So there you go. A little crash course on some wine terminology, if you need it. Now let's talk about Tolino Vineyards.
Okay.
Located 39 North 7th Street in Stroudsburg. You can enjoy wine by the glass or by the bottle. 10 craft beers on tap, mixed cocktails, and wine and beer flights. This tasting room features a seasonal outdoor patio, and sometimes they even have live entertainment. You know, acoustic guitar guy, like Jeff Jam maybe he'll go there.
How nice would that be?
A little shout out to Jeff Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Jeff Tomasachi and his solo act that's just tearing up northeastern Pennsylvania when he's not playing with my band.
That's right.
That's right.
That would be nice. Some good wine, some good music.
Can't go wrong. Yeah. So let's open up this wine with our wine opener. I love these things. Perfect. Now I got you a wine opener over there. It's shaped like a bat. I got you this one. This is shaped like a bat?
Yes.
That's the bat one. But we'll use this one because we didn't break that one out of the box yet. That's just been there as kind of like, you know, just decoration. I love these wine openers. Makes it so easy. I'm going to try not to break it. Oh, it's okay. It's live television. Like, we just taped this once. We don't really edit much. Nope. Okay, so this Pinot Grigio, Tolino Vineyards. Yes, alcohol, 11% by volume. So you beer drinkers that are used to drinking big beers, remember, a glass of wine's 11%. So just watch it. All right, so this is supposed to be a little dry, smooth, light, crisp body. And it says there should be some orange and lemon notes to it. Okay, let's check it out. Now, you do like white wine.
Yes.
I prefer red, but for you, I cracked open the white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like this a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this goes down really smooth. This is a nice wine.
It is fruity.
Yeah. This is like fruitier than I expected it to be. Just like, we were talking about the beer before on last segment, that the beer, that Saison that we had was hoppier than expected. I like how all these places we've been showcasing in Pennsylvania over the last, 10 years or 5 years, 10 seasons of the show, all these places in Pennsylvania always put their little spin on everything they do. Like, their styles aren't going to be like the run-of-the-mill kind of style. It's going to be the style it's supposed to be with just a little bit of a twist. And I really like this twist.
Yeah, because usually when you buy this style of wine, it's dry, not a whole lot of fruity flavor to it, and I like that anyway. Yeah.
This is nice. Yeah, well, mine's almost gone. This is nice because it's not overly dry.
No.
And it's a little bit fruitier than normal, I'll say.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's our wine, and I think we're gonna have to make a trip to Stroudsburg for Tolino Vineyards. They do have a couple locations where the vineyards are. In Stroudsburg is where their tasting room is, I believe. So you're in the area, check them out. This is, I'm just gotta get rid of this. That was really good. That's not how you're supposed to drink wine. You're supposed to sip it and enjoy it, but wow, yeah.
That's why I don't come to me for advice about drinking wine, because if it tastes good, I'm going to drink it, and that's just it.
Well, everyone knows me as the beer guy, but you know what? I gotta say, I'm really, really digging this wine.
This is really good.
I want a little bit more.
You know what?
What?
We don't get anything bad on this show.
No, we don't. And that's another thing. People have said on our Facebook group, which you get to by going to facebook.com/wine hops and road stops, Facebook group, talk about beer, wine, spirits, good food. People have said, hey, Jeff, is there anything you don't like? You're always saying, this is great, this is great, this is great. But truthfully, everything we have, there hasn't really been a bad one. Now, yeah, some I like more than others. Mm-hmm. I'll get that. I mean, I'll be honest about it. But nothing has been like, ooh, I'll never have that again. Everything's been fantastic. Or at least really, really, really good. If I'm not a huge fan of the style, I can still appreciate what it is. But nothing has been horrible.
No, and this is true because I can't hide how I feel. It's all over my face.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I don't like it right off the bat, you know it, even if I try to hide it.
It's true.
And there really hasn't been anything.
No, it's been good so far. It's been excellent, actually. PoconoMountains.com is where you can find the beverage trail and check it out. You can check out places like Tolino, places like Here and Now, and of course the other ones that we showcased on all the other shows this season. So we got a little bit more wine, hops, and road stops when we come back. Don't go anywhere. There's more to come. Welcome back to the final segment of Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. I want to thank you guys for everything you've done for us so far. I want to thank you for supporting us all these years. The best is yet to come. I mean, this show is just going to get better and better, and we're going to do more and more cool stuff. And yeah, just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. You allow us to come on every couple weeks and drink beer and wine and check out different places in Pennsylvania mainly, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's just fun. So if you like what we do, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/wine, hops, and road stops. And of course, go to our YouTube page where you can see a whole bunch of stuff that isn't even included on the show. But you have to subscribe.
That's where the fun is.
Yeah. So before we go, let's say hello to our other sponsor, the Jackass Distillery. Their drink of the week is wonderful, like always. I think they're pushing their slushies now because it's springtime. You can check them out. Of course, they're always being posted on our Facebook page, website, and of course, the PoconoMountains.com website where you can find the Pocono Beverage Trail and all these wonderful places to go, have some really good food, great wine, beer, and distilled spirits. Yeah, we got more coming up in the weeks to come from them. So again, thank you guys very much. And I'll probably have to pour some more wine for this. Life is too short to drink bad wine. So drink good wine, drink with someone you love. You have wine?
I have wine.
All right. We'll see you next time on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Salut.